Hello YouTube, my name is Josh Bryan with BNB. Today we're going to be talking about the requirements module in both the web client and the desktop client in HP A11 ALM 12 and some of the differences and some of the similarities. So let's just hop right into it. There are some distinct differences. One being that the web client, which this is, allows you to use other browsers besides Internet Explorer. So as you can see, I'm using Google's Chrome, and I'm in the web client right now. I want to also show you the this is the traditional desktop version. Now what I want to do is just kind of show you some of the buttons and some of the usability between the two, but I wanted to first specify that I'm in the exact same requirement on both the desktop and the web. I'm in the flight tickets. So with that out of the way, this is a feature that I actually really like. See a little arrow right there where my mouse is? Just gives you a little bit more real estate, and when you're running two screens like this, just makes things a little bit easier. Okay, so the general view here, the overview, is essentially the details view here. It gives you essentially all the same information. One thing to be aware of in the web client is that you're only allowed, or you can only work with requirements and defects. So that is a distinct disadvantage for the web client, but having the ability to use a different web browsers, I think, more than makes up for that. So in start with the desktop, one of the things that, if you'll notice, there's a lot fewer icons here as opposed to here. So one of the things that we have here is we have the rich text editor. The rich text editor, as I'm sure you're aware, is just kind of a very similar to like a Microsoft Word functionality, you know, color, text, size, font, all that fun stuff. One of the things they did do this time is they added this zoom in and out feature. So if you have different size font, you can actually zoom in and zoom out to see kind of what's going on. So that is nice. The attachments is the same. The linked defects, and this is something that I want to kind of touch in on. I actually prefer the traceability here, and I wanted to kind of show that. So traceability here is showing everything that is pointed to indirectly or directly from here. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. So if you notice, there's these defects here. When I go here, now remember this is the same exact requirement, there aren't any defects. So the first time I was like, well, why not? Because they're obviously here. And then I realized that they're linked through the test coverage. And so the test coverage has all the tests, and when a defect is created based on the test, it's an indirect link to this. Now here in the desktop version, it's not showing that explicitly in linked defects. Whereas in the web browser, the web client, it is showing, oh, look at these defects that are related to this requirement. So I do prefer that. I also prefer that it's in one location. I'm not having to go through different tabs to see the requirements, or excuse me, the traceability for this entity. I like the fact that they have it all in one tab, one place, and the ease of use for adding the traceability. That's my personal thing. One thing that I do prefer, which is a new feature inside of the desktop version, is this pinned entities. Now I did do a video just specifically on the pinned entities, but I want to just kind of show you real quick what it is. If you notice the pinned items over here, you can actually pin this or like that, and now when we open this, we have this is our requirement that we're dealing with. You can have up to 10 pinned items in it, at a time, and you can do requirements, you can do tests, and you can do defects. Those are the only three items you can have the types of units that you can have pinned, and you can have 10 total pinned at a time, and it just allows quick, easy access to go back and forth and hop in between. When you're dealing with hundreds of different requirements and tests and defects, it's just really easy to get bogged down, and just to be able to have it right there, ease of use, just very, very powerful. So those are some of the main differences. Again, this is not made to be kind of an overall everything that's different. They're just kind of some things that I noticed, some things that I think that are interesting and different about both the web client and the desktop client for HPALM. They both are very powerful. They both have their function and their use. They're just a little bit different how they're used, and the way they're kind of present the data. So again, my name is Josh Bryan with BNB. If you have any questions about this or anything else regarding ALM, feel free to shoot me an email. My email address is info@bnb.com, and thanks for watching.